temperatures in West Bengal are rising, and how? What began as action by the Enforcement Directorate in its probe against coal scam has now escalated into a full-blown political confrontation, the worst the state has seen between TMC and BJP possibly since the 2021 elections. The flashpoint is ED searches on premises linked to IPAC, the political consultancy firm associated with the TMC. Within hours, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee herself arrived at the scene, accusing central agencies of political vendetta. Unprecedented standoff followed shortly after. Scenes of chaos outside the IPAC office and protests across Kolkata playing out. ED has upped the ante by accusing the Chief Minister of forcibly removing files from 2 locations during raids, and the BJP has pounced on Mamata for shielding those linked to alleged corruption and directly obstructing a central probe. Can a Chief Minister intervene in an ongoing investigation without crossing a constitutional line? And where does the line between political dissent and institutional interference begin to blur? Is Mamata Didi guilty of hindering a corruption probe? That's a question we'll take to our guests in just a bit. First up, let's show you the dramatic pictures from earlier today. The day began with the ED conducting simultaneous raids at 2 locations linked to IPAC. As the raids were underway, Mamata Banerjee arrived at the site, and a few minutes later, she came out upset and angry, holding this green file holder in her hand, alleging that the ED action was politically motivated and that their election strategy papers are really the real target. But what was she carrying and what did she carry out in this folder is the big question, even as raids were ongoing at that spot. But after leaving Pratik Jain's residence, who's the IPAC head, Mamata headed straight to IPAC's Salt Lake office around 15 kilometers away, where the second raid was ongoing by the ED. Mamata then entered the premises through what is the back door of that office. She was seen exiting a few minutes later, and along with her, officials from the CMO were seen coming out of the office carrying several documents as well. So this is where there is visual evidence of the charge that the ED has made, that Mamata Banerjee, West Bengal administration officers, police officers were accompanying her, and they took out what could be evidentiary material from these raid sites. But remember, this isn't the first time that Mamata Banerjee has done something like this. Back in 2019, our viewers would remember, Mamata Banerjee held a 70-hour dharna against CBI when they were conducting a raid against then Bengal DGP Rajiv Kumar at his residence. And today again, she has swooped in herself, staging a similar kind of protest at the IPAC co-founder's residence and office. Now, it's important to note here, raids and even arrests of her own party men at the hands of the central agencies has not merited such protests from her. So why has the Chief Minister intervened herself for these 2 entities is the big question. Now, this is why this relationship is interesting to point out. Here's how Mamata and her party is linked to the IPAC, and the 2 have become almost indistinguishable in the last few years. Following the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, where the TMC faced significant losses to BJP in Bengal, Mamata sought the expertise of strategist Prashant Kishore. He had worked famously with BJP and Modi, and his firm IPAC. They were tasked with rebuilding the party's image ahead of the 2021 assembly elections. Now, the partnership reached its peak because of IPAC's digital campaign during 2021 assembly elections. They launched a robust digital campaign to counter opposition narratives, and TMC secured a landslide victory. Following this, Prashant Kishore announced his departure from direct strategy roles as far as this firm is concerned, but TMC formalized a long-term agreement with IPAC extending until 2026. So that is why this agency, the IPAC, is extremely important as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned. As one Congress leader has now said, they are basically the eyes and ears of the TMC on ground. But this is what the ED says. The ED has come out in a very hard-hitting note on X, and they have released it publicly saying, first of all, that the search is evidence-based and is not targeted at any political establishment. ED headquarters unit is conducting search at 10 premises, 6 in West Bengal and 4 in Delhi under PMLA in connection with the coal smuggling syndicate. Remember, this was led by Anup Maji, as they say. to steal and illegally excavate coal from ECL leasehold areas of West Bengal. The search action, they say, was undertaken in a peaceful manner till the arrival of the CM, along with police personnel and officers of West Bengal administration, who forcibly removed physical documents and electronic evidences from 2 premises. No party office has been searched. This is what the ED says. The search is not linked to any elections and is part of regular crackdown on money laundering. So the big question that we're asking today is simply this: is the Chief Minister guilty of hindering a corruption probe, hindering a probe against her agency, the IPAC? And what would this mean then for Mamata Banerjee and the upcoming elections? That's coming up with our guests.
हमारा पार्टी आईटी सेक्टर को रेड करके पूरा पेपर ले लिया।
मुख्यमंत्री तो हमार बाड़ीते सीआईडी पाठिয়েছিলেন, আপনার বাড়িতে যদি তল্লাশি হয় 100 কোটি টাকা পায়।
IPAC acts as an eyes and ears of TMC party.
I want to go across to our guest joining us. Shatarupa is spokesperson, Bengal BJP. Niladri Bhattacharya, political analyst from the state. Abhijit Majumdar, author and columnist. Sabyasachi Chatterjee is leader of the CPIM, also with us. Niladri Bhattacharya, I begin with you. What can be the justification, if at all, of a chief minister swooping in herself, using her office, using the police presence to take away files and electronic devices from a location that is under raid by a central agency? What can justify this?
Ma'am, please understand, this is not a raid on the IPAC. This is a raid on the TMC IT cell's office. It is the fact that IPAC manages the TMC IT cell, and the way the raid has been done just before the elections, we all know the ED is flogging a dead horse because it is an FIR of 2020 where all the accused have got bail. Now, what is the purpose of an ED to raid the premises?
That's not for the CM to decide.
No, just a moment. Let me complete. To raid a premises where the TMC IT cell is going on. It is nothing but a backdoor policy of Amit Shah and the BJP government to get hold of the TMC list, the documents of the party list which they could not get. People of Bengal have understood this. We all know. And Mamata Banerjee, whatever she has said, that she has only taken away the party papers.
No, was this a party office, Niladri? Was this a party office or an IPAC office? The two may be working together. That doesn't mean that their office becomes their office as well.
But that doesn't give the ED the mandate to take away the TMC documents, the party's document. That doesn't give the TMC. If you want to raid, you raid the TMC party office.
Are you suggesting no, one second. Where is this coming from? The ED is a central probe agency.
To raid the CM, to raid Abhishek Bandyopadhyay.
One second. Niladri Bhattacharya, the ED is a central probe agency. You may disagree with it tooth and nail, and nobody is objecting to that. But can a chief minister, a constitutional post holder, intervene while the raid is on? You please fight it legally or whichever other way, politically and legally.
Please understand, this is nothing new. In 2021, she had also come into the CBI office when the 4 ministers were arrested.
So it's okay because it's not new.
There was a huge hue and cry. Matter went up till Supreme Court, in High Court, where Tushar Mehta said mobocracy is in Bengal. Nothing happened. ED himself is not proceeding ahead with the CBI with the matter.
Okay.
The matter is lying in cold storage for the last 5 years.
Shatarupa.
Just when the election comes, they wake up.
Okay, Shatarupa, nothing new. The chief minister has done it before. She can do it again. Nothing has happened. You know, actually, he's really exposing the BJP's politics because if she has done this again, why is it that there has been no action? You've only emboldened the chief minister. Nothing has happened to her or a party.
You know, we've emboldened the chief minister so much that today she, in your words, swooped in on this IPAC office or whatever this thing was, completely clueless. Did you even see her eyes? She was completely lost. She didn't know what was happening. It was like all hell has broken loose on her head and she's about to lose everything. She goes in wildly and she goes and grabs a laptop and some files and she brings the CMO with her. I mean, CMO officials are helping the Chief Minister raiding
Satrapa ma'am, can you identify
a
anyone
raiding
CMO
procedure
official
of...
with her?
Please,
Except the
Niladri, I
security
didn't say a
personnel, can you
word.
identify any
Niladri,
security,
allow
any
us to
CMO
get
official with her?
entertained.
Please don't
Shivani,
spread,
just stop it because
please
I
don't
can't
spread
get in.
canard.
I can't
Do
stop
you
it.
identify
Stop like
any
this.
CMO officials with her?
Okay, one by one. Niladri ji, one by one.
Yes, yes, I know. I can identify the Honorable
Yeah.
CM herself.
Okay, Sabyasachi Chatterjee is saying he can identify the CMO
Mr.
officials.
Bhattacharya,
No, Shivani, let me finish,
I'm
please.
coming to you.
Madam Chief Minister herself was present. Who else is required? She is the
No,
head of
her
the
secretariat was
office.
also there.
Supposedly she
Supposedly
didn't know
wants
it.
to-
One by one.
Let
Shaturupa,
me
please
just
complete.
finish.
Only Shaturupa's
Yeah.
mic.
It
Yes.
is
No,
the
let me just
BJP
finish.
to say
You
that
know,
why the action was
Bharatiya
not
Janata
taken in
Party-
2009.
Sabyasachi ji, I'm coming to you next. Please hold on. Shaturupa.
1 second. The BJP has issued an official note saying that we have taken note of the fact that the Chief Minister had arrived to stop the proceedings of an independent agency. Now, having said that, Niladri is absolutely right. This is not the first time. In fact, today, I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this as yet, but the way she had behaved when Rajiv Kumar was arrested, you reminded the audience. The way she behaved when 4 ministers were not even arrested. I mean, they were kind of taken into detention for further questioning. She sat on the road. She again is doing this. But today, particularly, I was observing her body language. It seemed like the heaven had broken on her head. It was like the chicken licking, heaven, the skies are broken on
Yes,
her head.
because you were trying to steal
She
the
went
party
berserk
documents from her.
totally.
Okay, Shaturupa,
The
respond to
question
the
here
charge.
is-
Respond to the charge that this is basically an attack on TMC, the party. It is not so much to do with IPAC.
No. Does TMC officials do TMC officials work out of the IPAC office? They have a Trinamool Bhavan for that. So we don't know
We are
who's sitting
saying
in
it's a
IPAC
TMC
office.
IT cell.
Number one. Number two. ED is an independent investigative agency which specifically looks at financial crimes, and they have said that ED has very categorically said, which you repeated. So I don't want to get into that. Yes, there are some 10 raids happening, and they are tracking a coal scam,
They've
which is
woken
actually
up
got
after 5
nothing to
years.
do with anything
When
else.
everyone has got
Niladri,
bail.
you're very rude, I must say. Apart from
No, when
entertaining
everyone
us.
has got
But
bail, they've
apart
woken
from
up after
this,
5 years to
apart
decide on the
from
money
this,
trail.
Shivani,
The money will be kept in
unless you
IPAC
mute
office.
his mic, it is difficult.
I don't want to do that. I would just request everybody to just allow
Niladri
others
won't, because he's like that.
their
Niladri
time.
won't
Okay,
listen.
Shaturupa ji,
Shivani,
please.
it's an affront on democracy.
Niladri
It's
ji,
an
I'll
affront
come
on
to you
democracy.
again. We have time, but please don't
Unless
speak
you
over
mute
each
him,
other.
he's going to
Shaturupa ji,
continue.
please
He's got
finish.
nothing else.
Please finish and complete your
I just
point.
have one last line.
Yes.
That the ED has been very specific as to what they are tracking. Now, the files that Mamata Banerjee is holding now, she doesn't even probably know what the file contains.
Okay,
She's
I just want to be at the
laptop,
central
which
point.
is
You
not
know,
even
the
hers.
political bickering can go on, the timing of the raid, the coal scam itself, everything can be debated till the cows come home. But Sabyasachi Chatterjee, the moot point here is, can the Chief Minister, can is no longer the question, she clearly can, and she did.
does,
Should
she
a
does.
Chief
No,
Minister, Minister intervene when an investigation or raid is going on? You please object to it, whichever other way.
Look, the Chief Minister, after taking the oath in the name of the Constitution, cannot do anything which amounts to interference with the administration, which amounts to the interference with an independent investigation process conducted by any authorized investigating agency. Because Chief Minister may have thousands of differences with the investigating agency's actions, CBI ED's actions, but she cannot interfere in their investigation process. What she has violated since 2019, I'm telling 2019, she had interfered in the investigation conducted by CBI when they went to the residence of Rajiv Kumar. What was
Even
the
the CBI
reason for
officials
that?
arrested Sabyasachi
Number
might
two, in 2021, during the COVID, when the CBI picked up 5 or 6 ministers and the MPs from their residence, she went and shown a demonstration in the CBI office at Nizam Palace, Kolkata. But I am really wondered about the silence of the central government that in 2019, 2021, and this is in 2026, this entire drama has been played, but central government, the Home Minister, Home Ministry, ED, CBI, they remain silent over the entire issue. They went to the Supreme Court. You know how they were bashed by the Supreme Court for that Rajiv Kumar matter, what Mr. Bhattacharya is referring to. They were waiting. They did not take up the matter. They did not seek for their immediate hearing of the matter before the Supreme Court. ED and CBI, they wanted to send these matters in the cold storage.
Okay.
This cannot be the approach of the central.
Yes, so actually, in
we were
some
waiting
case,
for the people to give. No, not cold storage.
So is it
That's not
sending
right.
the right
Absolutely
message?
cold storage,
We've
Shadrupa.
been waiting.
Because I have the
We've
privilege
been
of appearing in
constantly
both the
wanting,
matters.
this entire accusation of Trinamool
Shadrupa,
accusing us or
I
Congress
say it
accusing us
with a
or
degree of
CPM
confidence
accusing
because I
us
appeared
that
in
we
both the
don't
matters.
want to. Niladri, every time I talk, if you're going to keep
Shadrupa,
talking like
I
this
say with a
and
degree
if
of
the channel
confidence because
doesn't
I
do
appeared in
anything,
both the
you're
matters.
taking full advantage of this.
Okay, one second.
You people are in cahoots with CPM, so you keep shut.
One
We are
second,
not-
please,
we are
one
not-
second,
we are
both of
sorry,
you.
we are fighting
Otherwise,
you.
you keep
for the
wasting
We are
your
fighting
time.
what
You know, I'll have
You
no
are
other
saying
option but to mute your
That's
mics, all of yours. But please, let me come to you and please
Definitely
speak in your
mute,
designated
Niladri.
time. Shatrupati, please hold on now. Abhijit Majumdar is also with us. Clearly, Mamata Banerjee is fumed. She's rattled because this is an IPAC office that has been raided. IPAC and TMC have been working very closely together. Adhir Rajan Chaudhary has come out and said from the Congress that basically IPAC can go to any lengths to win the election. They are the eyes and ears of the TMC on ground. Is this why Mamata Banerjee is so rattled? And what does this tell you, what Mamata Banerjee has done today?
No, I mean, of course, it clearly seems that Mamata Banerjee is, feeling extremely cornered, which is why this action. Also, if you notice what she said right after accusing the BJP of a witch hunt and going after her party's lists and stuff like that. She said she brought up SIR. Just completely almost out of the context, she brought up SIR. So she's of course feeling cornered. Legally, she cannot. I mean, Shobochachi is right. I mean, this comes under PMLA, which is a central statute. She cannot have physically. This is physical intervention.
No, but is the BJP going to do anything? The BJP runs the ED, right?
So that is a political question
that's not
which
right.
the BJP...
Shatrupati, one second, let him finish.
Shivani, that is a question that the BJP will have to politically answer or suffer the consequences. Because if BJP doesn't go hammer and tongs this time, after this kind of beer, it's plain,
I mean, there are clear sections of the law that apply if you obstruct the business of a public officer.
No. So this is an absolute blatant unconstitutional act, and if the BJP doesn't sort of go aggressively after it, it will just nothing. And I'll be very blunt and candid. It will reinforce the whole narrative that has formed in whisper campaigns in West Bengal that there is some kind of a tacit.
Or politically, they don't want to make a martyr out of the chief minister, because the moment you touch the chief minister, it will become, politically a hot potato for them. Is that, you're nodding, Shatrupati, but that's not great.
Absolutely.
You're nodding,
No,
but that's not
absolutely.
great, because you're then worrying about political
there is no other
consequences
option. No,
and not the
Shivani.
constitutionality.
No, Shivani, there is absolutely no other option. First and foremost, I mean, if Niladri doesn't get in between, let me just make
I love
very
it,
clear
please.
point. Again, he started. See, the first...
I said, please go ahead.
No, please, Niladri ji, please cooperate. Yes, Shatrupati.
He does this on purpose every time, in every channel. Okay, see, Shivani, first and foremost, ED, no matter what anybody says, ED and CBI are central agencies. As a party, I mean the West Bengal unit of Bharatiya Janata Party, we cannot make a political issue out of this. We can just point out to the people of West Bengal, see, this is how the Chief Minister behaves with every single central agency, whether it is the High Court, whether it is the Supreme Court, whether it is CBI, whether it is ED, either she goes or she sends her goons, and there are hundreds and 1500s of them going and pouncing. This time she herself has gone. Number two is, again, the government of India has to probably, push the ED or CBI more. where again, as a BJP spokesperson, I can't say anything here. What we are waiting, what you very correctly pointed out, Shivani, we do not want to make this woman a political martyr.
Okay, one
Let
second.
the people of West Bengal see and realize
Okay.
what a clown of a chief minister we have now and how desperate she is to save her own back. That is why she goes and pounces on central agencies.
Okay. I want to go
every single
across.
time.
Just stay on with me. I request our guest to stay on with me. I am joined by Shukanta Majumdar, Union Minister, is joining us. Shukanta Majumdar, what do you have to say about the behavior of the Chief Minister today? She says the ED is after the files of the TMC. They have effectively attacked the TMC as a party that you wanted. The BJP wants the election list of the TMC, which you couldn't get. That is why you're doing all of this.
Now, see, this is a totally political movement. It has been made by Mamata Banerjee. It's a and she made it a political movement, but it is nothing to do with the politics. The ED has already given their stand, and their press release they have released, and it is very clear, loud and clear there. And as a political party, we don't want to jump into it because it is not a political at all. The ED is investigating the coal scam, and for the investigation, they have raided total 10 offices as per ED press release, 6 in Kolkata and I think 4 in Delhi. So this is.
But you have touched the political nerve center of the TMC. Let's not deny the fact that TMC and IPAC are virtually the same when it comes to the political landscape of West Bengal. So she can make the charge that this is basically to hurt the party.
IPAC also associated with some other parties of the country. Is it a single unit which is attached to the TMC party only? As per our information, I think obviously you will also agree that IPAC was also active in several states. So this is a company. So if there is any question regarding the money laundering and the involvement in the coal scam, so is it a immunization that if a company which is associated with any political party will get immunized, so that no investigation getting agency should touch them?
No, so the other allegation here is, Mr. Majumdar, that, the ED is just going on and on with these probes, nothing concrete is coming out, and election season comes and all of these raids start.
So this is the problem of our opposition. We are advocating for one nation, one election.
That can't be that can't be an explanation to why raids happen before elections in every state.
No. What you tell me now? Which month or which year will be good for raid? Just tell me. I will raise the point. I will make you remember that on that year, what type of election is there? Either there will be panchayat election, there will be municipality election. So you tell me any year which is devoid of any kind of election. Tell me.
In this case, they are saying the case has been not going anywhere. It's been dragging on. It's effectively, in cold storage, as some of your political opponents were just saying. So why has the raid suddenly happened now? What was happening for 5 years?
No. For several years, the investigation was going on. It is obviously accepted by everyone, but it is a huge thing. Already one BSF officer has been arrested, and lots of people, they have the allegation against them. Even they are very powerful people. They will hire people like Kapil Sibal for them in the High Court. So obviously, investigating agency, I am not here to defend ED. ED will say what is their point. But the thing is that as a common man, I also understand that if these kind of powerful people are associated with any case, you have to make a concrete case. Otherwise, they will escape.
So tell me something, Shukanta Majumdar, what is the BJP going to do about this? This is not the first time that the Chief Minister has intervened in a central probe. We saw this when Rajiv Kumar was raided as well. We've seen this in CBI office earlier as well. So what are you going to do about this politically? Are you not going to touch this? She is sitting on a dharna. She has announced protests all day tomorrow in all of Kolkata. How's the BJP going to take this forward?
Mamata Banerjee is trying to make it a political agenda. But the thing is that when Mamata Banerjee came out of the office of or house of this man, something Jain, so even according to her, he came with Pratik Jain. When she came out of the Pratik Jain's residence, at that time one file was there. I have the photograph of that file, and according to Mamata Banerjee, the recent candidate list and all these things were there. But on that file, February 22 was written. That means that file contains some document which is related to the February month of the 2022. I don't know what was inside. But the thing is that first time in this country, a chief minister, this is second time I should say, and she is violating the constitution. So now it is, I think it should be the role of the ED. They have, according to the media, the ED has approached towards the High Court, I think Kolkata High Court. So let the court decide now. Can a chief minister do this kind of activities? Let the court to say.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. Shukanta Majumdar, do thank you for joining us. Let us go back across to our guests also who continue to be with us. Yes, Sabyasachi Chatterjee, you wanted to come in.
Yeah, I wanted to come in, and by this time, Mr. Majumdar has already clarified the position, and he said that they have nothing to do. Actually, it is the court to do. I will remember and I will remind Mr. Majumdar, Dr. Majumdar, regarding the constitutional role of the central government. They have a constitutional role in this regard, because this investigation, as per their own statement, I mean ED's statement, press release, it relates to the PMLA investigation. And all the time, Mamata Banerjee is interfering, and all the time she is getting a chance to interfere for the next time.
So what do you want? What do you want? You want BJP to put her in jail?
Arrested. She should be arrested. Mamata Banerjee should be immediately arrested by ED, and she should be in custody while the investigation will go on, because her presence of any person who hinders the investigation, who hinders or tampers the evidence, is bad for the independent.
And in this case, Niladri, she's not an ordinary individual. Niladri, she's the chief minister of the state. She's the home minister of the state. The police is under her.
Shivani, let me reply. If there has been any obstruction of evidence or obstruction
What
of
do you
the
mean
raid
if
and all,
it is on camera?
Whose camera? Whose camera?
Or
You know what
entire
happened
media's
inside?
camera.
No, the ED has given a statement that the entire thing has been videographed. Now, if the ED feels that she has obstructed the evidence, go ahead and arrest her. Go ahead if you feel. The fact that ED has only
But whole admission is there, Mr. Bhattacharya.
This is what they want.
admission
So
is
that
there.
they can
The
create
fact that the ED has only given a statement and gone before the High Court. Pratik Jain has also gone before the High Court. Let the High Court decide. This is what the BJP. And the ED is nothing but a B team of the BJP. We all know about Shubhendu Adhikari, who was seen taking tons of money in cash in hand on video. And till today, the BJP, the ED doesn't proceed against him.
Why didn't you proceed against him?
Because he was then in your party.
He was in your party at that time. Why didn't you proceed? If he was caught red-handed.
They went to the BJP washing machine.
If they take the action against them, they will have to take the action against their own person.
He became clear after he jumped into he went to the BJP washing machine. The ED, listen, is nothing but a B team of the BJP. You cannot get hold of my documents legally. You put in the investigating agency to collect all the documents.
I don't understand. One second, Shatrughan, I'll give you the last word. But Abhijit Majumdar, is the election list so crucial? I mean, this charge, do you buy this? That the candidate list is the one reason why BJP would involve the ED for a raid? I'm not buying this.
No, of course not. And also, it's whatever be the document. First of all, it's farcical to say, election list is getting leaked or something like that. Second is, it is constitutionally absolutely wrong. It's illegal for anybody to physically obstruct a central agency which doesn't. And mind you, this is. ED is not even supposed to take permission of the state government. CBI in some cases needs a general sort of
Helping hand with the police.
The ED doesn't, under PMLA, ED doesn't need that. So if you're obstructing, action by ED, you may of course allege that ED is politically motivated. ED is so and so, so and so, so and so. Now Mamata Banerjee also knows that the moment BJP acts against her, she may get sympathy. She is of course feeling politically cornered. It's evident from her statements. But but the BJP, now it is to be seen what the BJP
will do. Okay, Shatrapa, final word. What are you going to do about this?
No. I like I told you, even Dr. Shukanta Majumdar said, this is something which is entirely up to the central government, whether at all they want to do something. But Mamata Banerjee wants this to happen. She, as a constitutional head, she keeps on abusing CAA, hotei dobo na, SIR, hotei dobo na. She will not let anything happen so that the central government comes and nabs her, and then the rest of the party can go and sit on the tramlines and say, see, they arrested our Didi. That's not going to happen. This time, in another 93 days, we are going to overthrow her because of her own misdoings. The entire list of corruption and whatever else that she and her cronies, like Ninadri, have been doing. This is something that the West Bengal people are watching.
All right.
You're saying in your dreams, I hope that you see that Mamata Banerjee is thrown out, which will not happen at least not in this election.
And then Mamata Banerjee, I'm telling you,
at least not in this election, Shatarupa. Keep on trying. Mamata Banerjee being a firebrand leader, she fought with the left for 34 years.
All of them will go behind bars. The government has to change.
You are saying, Dr. Majumdar is saying, Mamata Banerjee is trying to make it political. What are you expecting, madam, from Mamata Banerjee? Being a political leader, she will give you the passage, green passage, and you will be watching it from Delhi.
Mamata Banerjee has always been doing that.
Okay.
She politicizes anything which
And
comes
you did
her
not
way.
know.
That is
You
all
did
she
not
knows.
know.
So this
When
time,
you stood with the
this
Mamata
time these
Banerjee
gimmicks are
during
not
the
going
left
to
regime,
work.
you
And
did not know.
Sachin, maybe it's time you switch over to our side.
Okay, I have to leave it at that. But I do thank all of our guests for joining us. From one poll-bound state to another, political controversies galore. The delay in Talapati Vijay's swan song Jana Nayagan and the subsequent political war of words has now brought to the fore some of the fault lines between the Congress-DMK alliance in Tamil Nadu. While the court order is expected tomorrow, Congress MPs Manikam Tagore is the latest to speak in Vijay's support, saying the censor board is being used to control cinema and ideas. But this is, of course, breaking ranks with their ally DMK, who are certainly not seeking any sympathy for Vijay. The controversy centers on the CBFC's refusal to grant a censor certificate just days before the scheduled January 9 release, despite makers carrying out 27 mandated cuts for a US rating. The CBFC chairperson has halted the certification. The board referred the film to a revising committee following a lone dissenter's complaint that the film could hurt religious sentiments. On January 7, distributors in US, Europe and Malaysia officially announced that the January 9 release is cancelled. Producers then filed a writ petition in the Madras High Court seeking urgent intervention to compel the CBFC to issue a certificate. On January 7, Justice P.T. Asha reserved orders on the petition, with the verdict now expected tomorrow. Voicing support for Vijay, Congress MP Manikam Tagore said, when RSS propaganda films get zero traction, the Modi-Shah regime responds with control. Cinema doesn't need political clearance, he says. It needs constitutional protection. Article 19 guarantees freedom of speech and expression, but the government is weakening it through fear. He added that the censor board is being weaponized to control cinema and ideas, and that BJP RSS propaganda is passed off as culture, and democracy cannot survive when art is forced to kneel before power. But what is interesting is what is playing out between Congress and DMK itself. This follows a recent, very public war of words between the two allies in the state over seat-sharing formula and subsequent court power-sharing deal in the state. A few days ago, Manikam Tagore had actually put out a cryptic post on social media highlighting that the time has come to share power and not just seats. In response, DMK said Congress should not open a chapter that has long been shut. Manikam Tagore added that no party can win elections without alliance in Tamil Nadu. The DMK hit back saying, for sake of alliance, they contested fewer seats in 2024 than in 2019, and therefore understanding the ground reality is necessary. In fact, same sentiments have now been echoed by another Congress MP, Karti Chidambaram, who said all parties contest elections to win and participate in the government. Listen in.
No, there is no controversy. Every political party which contests elections wants a maximum number of representatives to win elections, and if they win elections, if there is an opportunity, the political party obviously wants to participate in government. That is the purpose of a political party. See, we are part of the India Alliance. In All India, we are leading the alliance, and DMK is part of the India Alliance. And in Tamil Nadu, the DMK is leading the India Alliance, and we are part of the India Alliance in Tamil Nadu.
So is this another way of the Congress not just cozying up to Vijay, which we've seen in the past, but also put pressure on their own ally, the DMK, for seat sharing and quote-unquote power sharing in the state? That's coming up with our guests.
Obviously, it seems to be a pressure from the BJP because a movie runs for 2.5 hours and the team of people are going to sit and watch the movie, and wherever there is cut, they will immediately know.
Trying to talk about Jana Nayagan issue and extending support for Jana Nayagan's issue clearly indicates us the desperation levels of Congress have risen sharply, and in coming days it might not be a surprise that one faction of Congress blatantly extend their supports for TVK.
Let's go across to Kalyan Raman, spokesperson of Tamil Nadu BJP. Harish Mohammad Ibrahim is political analyst backing the DMK, and Suman Sriraman, political analyst from the state, is also with us. Harish, I begin with you. Is this making the DMK a little bit upset, nervous? Because the Congress is not stopping at just asking for power sharing. Now they're openly backing and garnering sympathy for Vijay, your prime political opponent.
What does the DMK do with it? They have the freedom of expression. When it curtail, the Congress and other political parties are their opinions to be entitled. And there is no say for the DMK whether the Congress should be saying in any opinion in regards to TVK's Vijay's film has been deliberately, which is an attempt laid down by the BJP for their political circles. They want to make sure the TVK has to be in an alliance with the ADMK and the BJP. So they want to do what these kind of petty politics with the Vijay. And Vijay has to open his mouth at least by now, because he has been stating the BJP as their ideological enemy, but still haven't opened any, shed any word in regards to the CBFC or the central government. So even the Tamil people nowadays are understand how the BJP or the ADMK will be backing such a kind of clownery which has been happening. So DMK doesn't have any say on this at all. And DMK for the future or by the history, if you take along, there is no way of curtailing of freedom of expression or freedom of speech or doing these kind of petty politics by blocking someone's film.
There is also this other movie, Parasakti's release, that has been advanced. It was done so to counter Vijay's release and all of that. So you cannot argue that DMK has nothing to do with, the postponement of this movie, or at least trying to sideline Vijay's swan song film.
Oh, there should be some logic in this, because the Central Board for Film Certification comes under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, which has been entitled by the central government owning body. So where does the DMK has a role in this is what I am asking for. Even if the DMK want to sabotage someone's film or something because of their political entry, the screens have been shared equally for the Parashakti movie, also for the Jana Nayagan movie, and the reservations has been completed as far as say by all the distributors in Tamil Nadu and across the world. So having said that, the DMK has no point of entry or no point of blocking here with TVK's Vijay. Even if you want to take that as an account, for the last 2 years before the TVK has born as a new party, the last 2 years, there have been almost 2 to 3 films like Goat and Leo have released. So if the DMK has any role to play with their entry into political arena, they should have done it earlier also, right? So it hasn't happened even for the last 2 years. So this is the deliberate attempt by the BJP, which they want to make sure either to hype the Vijay's movie and Vijay's political entrance for their anti-defection of the DMK vote, number one, or else they want to make sure to bring him into their alliance to make sure that all the votes are consolidated into one kitty along with the NDA alliance.
Okay, I'll come back to the
arithmetic.
issue of the Congress and the whole seat sharing tussle that is going on. But I want to bring in Kalyanji in this as well. Kalyan Raman, the BJP either trying to hype Vijay in Tamil Nadu to undercut the DMK, or you're using some, as some suggest, even the CBI probe in the Karur stampede and the summons to Vijay as some sort of a tool to pressurize him to join hands with you. And now the CBFC certification.
First of all, the matter is technical in nature. There has been some objection by one of the 5 members of the CBFC, the censor committee. So it is purely a technical matter to be resolved prior to the resolution. I think the producers have gone to the court seeking remedy. So apparently they themselves have postponed the release of the thing even before the court could give a verdict. Court is likely to deliver a verdict by tomorrow. So the BJP has nothing to do with the certification or anything related to that, because CBFC is an autonomous body. This is number one. On the contrary, Harish is too young to know some history about how the DMK is indulging in stoppage of films. As early as 1970-71, Mohammed bin Tughlaq was stopped. As early as 2006, the Da Vinci Code was stopped. Dam 999 was stopped. The Kerala story was not exactly stopped, but then they ensured that the Kerala story is not exhibited in any of the screens in Tamil Nadu. This is the way the DMK functions. So before talking anything about DMK or defending DMK, of course he is claiming to be an analyst. I have never seen him being a real analyst, because analysts are neutral in nature. Harish must first claim that he is a DMK person rather than claiming himself to be an analyst. Now Harish has to go through the 1970 to Mohammed bin Tughlaq stoppage, Dam 999, Da Vinci Code, Kerala story, Virutagiri for that matter, Virutagiri of DMDK, then President Vijay, even that was stopped. So before knowing anything historically,
Okay.
Should
No, even if they can take the charge, the DMK has been very influential as
Coming
far
to the
as...
question of Jana Nayagan, it is purely a technical issue which will be resolved technically. Of course, the matter is now before the court of law.
No, you didn't answer my other question. There is also the CBI probe in the Karur stampede. There is a CBI summon to Vijay in the Karur stampede, and all of these things are happening at the time when everybody from the BJP and the AIA-DMK is talking about how they want Vijay to join hands. My line is cut with him. I think we should try him again. But Suman, you want to read between the lines here? Is there clear pressure that is being mounted on Vijay from all sides? Before I come to the Congress question.
I think more than pressure, Shivani, I think they have been very open about it. I don't think either the BJP or the AIADMK has hidden the fact that they would like Vijay to be part of the alliance.
But he's not responding, no. So that's why they have to turn the screws a little bit.
No, Shivani, see, there are many ways of turning the screws. I don't believe that this is a very sensible way, because this will backfire. So, if they are seen to be delaying the release of what he has officially announced as his last film, it will backfire significantly on the NDA if they attempt to do this. So, I'm not convinced, but there are a lot of signs that this is not totally accidental, especially because if you see the sequence of events and the delays that have happened between December 22nd, when apparently they were told that the certificate is being given as a 16 to be watched by those above the age of 16 as a UA, and what happened subsequently with the objection being conveyed to them on 5th of January. So I think that why could that objection not have been made on 23rd or 25th or 26th or whatever, when they would have had time for the review committee to take a look at it and come back, and the movie could still have been released tomorrow. So something doesn't add up here. But if it is a pressure tactic, it's an extremely stupid pressure tactic to be adopted.
That could very easily backfire because of the fan following of Talapati Vijay as well. But come to the question.
It adds to the traction.
Come to the
Yeah,
question of
it
what
helps them play a
Congress is
victim.
doing. Sorry, there's a lag. Come to the question of what the Congress is trying to do. Gaining sympathy or garnering sympathy, putting their weight behind Vijay, making him look like a martyr at the hands of the BJP. Fine, they're attacking the NDA government in this case, but they're also allied with the DMK, and it's making their alliance partner a little bit nervous as well, especially in the backdrop of all of these seat-sharing negotiations.
Shivani, there are multiple congresses in Tamil Nadu. Indian National Congress has multiple sort of factions in the state. And what you see is one faction coming out very strongly in favor. I haven't seen the TNCC president coming out very strongly. What we have seen are certain members of parliament more than members of the state assembly. The state assembly members are more worried about their re-election chances in 3 months' time. Members of parliament are sort of more confident that they have another 3.5 years to go, irrespective of what happens to the alliance. So I think that you have to see that the official Congress position still is that seat-sharing talks are in progress with the DMK. Mr. Girish Chodankar has made it very clear they are waiting for the feedback from the DMK to the offer that what the Congress wanted. I think they have said up to 38 seats, 1 seat in each district being the rough calculation that the Congress has made. They're not going to get 38, they know that. But I think that will be worked out. Right now, I think the Congress is using the TVK. They will dump them once the seat sharing deal and they get a better deal from the DMK than what they might have got without this pressure threat of saying we'll go and join with the TVK.
Yes.
So I think that they're just using the TVK, they will dump them in a few days.
Harish, this is the first time the Congress has sensed that the DMK could be on a sticky wicket, which is why they're pressurizing the DMK, is talking about power sharing and even reminding the DMK that nobody actually can win in the state without an alliance, not even a DMK.
Oh, that's having said that, the historical evidence has proved that the coalition is the backbone of Tamil Nadu, and even for that matter, Madam Jayalalitha is the only one who have won even without a coalition. That is true. But having said that, whether the anti-incumbency is there, whether there has been any kind of remorse which should be happening with the Congress from the DMK alliance, then there is a proper no. Because the Congress needs more than the DMK need the Congress. Having said that, the percentage of the vote share of Congress in the booth level or in the sub-district level, it's equivalently, it is needed for the DMK. But you can't put a pressure as a grand old party, like 150-year-old party. Do you think that they will be going ahead with a party which doesn't even contest a single election and have a single councillor in Tamil Nadu by leaving a 15-year to 20-year-old grand alliance which has been backing them thick and thin across India? No, they won't do it. A grand old party like Congress will never do it.
So what do you make? What do you make of these different factions of the Congress party trying to put pressure? As Suman said, there are multiple Congresses in Tamil Nadu. And there is this AIA-DMK statement where they say that this is desperation of the Congress, but one faction of the Congress could break away and go with TVK.
Never. That was done during Tamil Maanila Congress separation. But having said that, whether the Tamil Maanila Congress now exists, no, not at all. So those kind of arithmetic won't work out in Tamil Nadu Congress level. But having said that, Congress has a factions everywhere across India, state by state. So it is not only there in Tamil Nadu. But Tamil Nadu has almost, as Mr. Suman said, almost 7 to 8 factions are there. So having said that, if you want to, the faction has to go separately. Each and every faction will have only their 10 votes accordingly. So they need, DMK for that matter, for their alliance to stick together across India. The DMK is their only backing alliance, which is strong, thick and thin. So
that's what we thought. But certainly it is Congress leaders themselves who are raising questions over what is the role they want to play in this alliance. Kalyan Raman, can you hear me now? I was wanting to ask you, sir, how do you defend the charge? How do you defend the charge that the BJP is trying to use every trick in the book to pressurize Vijay to partner with you? He has made it clear one thing, he has to be the CM candidate, then only any alliance conversation can happen. But CBI summoned to him, his release being stopped, this is all being seen as BJP tactics to force his hand.
Somebody holds a meeting and 41 people get killed in the process. We have never blamed the TVK for the number of deaths. Instead, in fact, we all have defended them because For us, it is a conspiracy by the DMK to create a problem, but then it is an unfortunate event that so many people have died in the process of DMK's conspiracy to create a problem, but then it resulted in massive deaths. Okay. Now, when somebody is involved, it is very natural for us to, when I say us, when for the CBI to call somebody for the inquiry, the person who was the hero of the event. What is wrong in it? What is there to pressurize? I fail to understand. Everybody is invited, even the driver was summoned, the TVK other members were summoned, like Adav Arjuna, Nirmal Kumar, Bussi Anand, others were Madhyadagan, they were all summoned, and Vijay is also being summoned. It's a natural process of inquiry. When there is an FIR, there must be an inquiry of all the people involved. Vijay is also being involved. Others were inquired together almost on similar days for 2 days. Vijay is being given a separate audience for an inquiry. What is wrong in it? It's just an inquiry. He is not being arrested. Nobody is accosting him. It's just to know the facts of the case. FIR is basically an information based on which some inquiry has to be made. When 41 people die
but you are
out
still
of
banking
event, for which
you are still banking on Vijay to come together in this larger anti-DMK coalition. Are you willing to make him the chief minister face?
CBI, there is absolutely no connection between CBI inquiry or anything called pressurizing tactics.
Okay.
What is that to pressurize? Now the BJP, ADMK, PMK have to come together. There are other parties to come into the fold in the next few days to come. Post Thai month, which starts with Pongal, there will be alliance formation, there will be appearance together. There is going to be no difficulty for us.
All right, I leave it at that. Not a pressure tactic, but we'll wait and see what Thalapathy Vijay himself will say or do, because everybody is waiting to hear his first word. That's a wrap on Plain Speak. The Right Stand is coming up.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Enforcement Directorate now, and we'd like to break it before our viewers. ED Headquarters Unit is currently conducting search action at 10 premises, and this is to do with the searches at the IPAC premises in West Bengal and Kolkata. 6 in West Bengal, says the ED. 4 are also in Delhi under PMLA in connection with the coal smuggling syndicate led by Anup Maji, used to steal and illegally excavate coal from ECL leasehold areas of West Bengal. The search action was taken in a peaceful manner. This is what the ED says, till the arrival of the Chief Minister of West Bengal along with the police personnel and officers of West Bengal administration, who forcibly removed physical documents and electronic evidences in 2 of the premises. So the ED is putting out with every possible detail, mentioning about the disruption that was caused by the West Bengal Chief Minister, who not just entered the premises while a live raid by ED was being conducted. The ED is also accusing officially that the Chief Minister took away certain documents which were part of the investigation process, which eventually the ED had to seize. My colleague Anshul continues to be with us. Anshul, official word by the ED putting out the statement directly also accusing the Chief Minister of what she's done.